Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg.
Let's go. Let's do it on a Wednesday. Right up here on the Bar is Open set. Let's do it. Let's get the cum shots going. Oh.
Just because I did Beth just now, and I had a lot of dirty talk in this one.
Nico, what's going on?
Do it.
I say, we've got the set. An OF channel. What if we made like $1 million a year? What about $2 million a year? What's your buy off to start an OF fan page?
My self-respect.
Yeah, I can buy that. Oh, there's plenty of those. You know what I mean? We do the blur thing. Black mask.
Or you just keep my head out of the shot.
You just lean over.
If you start then you would never see me giving you a BJ. Unless it's just from the back.
If I'm getting $2 million a year, I'm fucking fine with that. Quite honestly. Welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. Here are our thoughts and our commentary on doing an OnlyFans page. Hope you guys are having a great night. That's Beth and I'm Greg, and this is The Bar is Open. I got some cat hair on my. Your mic's off? What?
Hello?
Stupid.
Oh, you had me muted. See what happens when you fuck with shit?
We got to record the entire goddamn commercial
tomorrow or this weekend.
We just recorded a commercial that can't hear her on.
Greg, what were you
I don't even
doing
know
it
what
for?
it was down. I
What
think
did
the
you do it
cat
for?
did it. I
Yeah,
didn't
blame
do
the
it.
cat.
Oh, I did a Saturday night thing
Yes.
trying to get. You know what?
Stop fucking with shit.
No, I had to fuck with shit to make sure that our.
Oh, look, we made it 2
shit-
minutes without one of us cursing.
Well,
That might be a record.
I'm putting headphones in to make sure that.
Oh, did you get a pair? Or are those mine? Oh,
They're mine.
you finally took my recommendation, huh?
Yeah, to
Only been
see
telling you that
maybe
for
I'll
like a
notice
year?
it. If it goes quiet.
So, funny story. Tell them after Friday,
Yeah.
you went down a rabbit hole and you think you figured out why it was happening. So
yeah, I
fingers
actually
crossed.
literally post the episode. Like,
I know.
The
So
thing
fingers
at 2:00
crossed.
in the morning.
Fingers crossed.
I sat up for 40 minutes just live streaming, clicking on things. Like, does this work? I don't know. Maybe.
We'll
We
find
don't know.
out tonight because this is the first show we're doing it.
Yeah, so god damn it.
And run high. All the fun people, all the party people.
We literally just recorded a commercial for Clicks Glasses. So if you guys, you know what? Let's just recreate it.
No, let's not.
All right, let's just do it.
Let's not.
Let's do it.
Let's not.
Let's do it.
I don't want to. Greg, negative ghostwriter. No,
I'll put like
Listen.
18 pairs of glasses on my head.
don't do it. I don't want to do it.
Honey,
I don't want to. Nope,
why?
not playing.
Oh, fine. Oh, fine. I'm blind. So I got a pair of Clicks glasses. They're literally like hang around your head and they just click together.
MC said Greg pulled an audio Mills.
MILFs?
Mills, M-I-L-L-S.
Millis. I don't know
Mil-
what that means.
Is it Millis or Mills? I can't read with these glasses on. We're a pair when it comes to
I
reading.
don't even know what that means.
Somebody said, damn. Oh, MC said,
Justin,
damn it,
what's going on?
Greg.
That's all good. We'll re-record that.
Justin, hi, friend.
You know what? Go out,
Good
like,
day, mate.
subscribe, do all of the fucking things.
From
Go buy
Australia.
a hat from us. Just DM me. The farthest we've sent one now is to Tyler
Canada.
in BC,
Yep.
British Columbia.
I want to go there.
I would love to.
I think I say that every time we mention that we sent it.
And I've sent them all over the country. So we've got a lot of people that reach out to me. I've got a hair on my hat, but a lot of people reach out to me
What?
and say I had a hair.
Oh,
They reach out and just randomly message me. So if you're interested, hit me up. We got those 3 colors right there. We still got some shirts. We're making some new shirts.
They're gonna be cute.
They're gonna be cute for Beth's naughty reads. Bill's gonna print those
We're
out
getting
for
some
us.
a few male and some females.
Yeah. So if you're into some naughty reads and you think you would want to do that, let me know.
MC said the dude that shot himself and got his head signed by Ross, Dan, and Greg.
Did I
no,
s-
by Don and Ross and Dan, Greg. That's who he is. That's who Mills is.
Oh yeah. Okay. So real
I don't
quick.
need a recap. I get what happened from that sentence.
No. They did another thing on Drinking Bros today.
Okay.
They were talking about, would you stick something in your ass?
For what?
And is it gay?
Oh,
Meaning,
for dudes.
like sex. Dudes taking something
Okay.
in the ass.
Okay.
It ended up being 50-50.
I don't know that it's gay.
Right. 50-50 is what out of
Depends
like
on what it is, though.
140.
If it's a dick in
Peg-
your butt, then you're gay or
pegging.
you're bisexual.
Pegging.
Pegging. Depends.
Is that
on,
still bisexual?
no, because it depends on.
I
what,
said
it
yes. I was
depends
like,
what you and your spouse are into, right?
okay, what if the
Is it gay when you do it to me? Then
no.
could be.
No.
Why is
Why
it
would it
different?
be gay if I'm
Why-
fucking you in the butthole?
Why would it be gay if I'm pegging
'Cause I'm
you
a
in the butthole?
dude.
Okay, whatevs.
But the other thing that they made a note of
Chop that up
was
later.
no, we're gonna chat it up now.
Chop it up.
We're gonna chop that up now. What if it's nice and slim and cylindrical,
Has nothing. Well,
or it's actually the shape of a dick? That makes a difference, yeah. It
it
has to
depends on
make a
if it's
difference.
hers. If it's hers,
She
and
can't have a
and
dick.
she uses the one shaped as a dick to go in her butthole, and she's like, "Oh, let's try something new. I have something. It's
No,
not gay."
it's still a dick.
Okay,
It's just a
that's you're just putting
replacement
you're
dick.
just putting a label on something. It's just a
No,
thing.
I'm
Like the thing
I'm
going.
not shaming
No, but
anybody.
it doesn't matter.
question be-
So it's better if it's just a cylindrical item.
Yeah, I would say I'm not doing either.
Wait, they're the exact same thing. The only thing different is the shape, and
No,
it's going in the exact same hole.
That was
in the exact
question.
same
That
person.
was like one of the leading questions.
Okay.
Was if it's like Ron Jeremy's penis shape.
Well, he's dead.
No, he's in jail.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, for raping a bunch of people.
Oh.
But if it's the shape, because he had a giant hog, right? But if it's got all the little intricacies of his ding dong versus like just I stuffed a banana in my ass.
So Slav said, Dan, pegging is not gay, but I'm never interested in it. Holloway had a very odd take on it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gay.
I think it's gay.
Okay, well,
God damn it. We still didn't figure it
I
out.
guess I'm never pegging you then, huh?
No. No, you're not.
A finger?
No.
Come on.
My butthole is fucking
If you-
fine.
Yeah, well, so is mine.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all questionable. We don't do that very often. It's been a long time since we played with the booty holes.
Thank God.
You know, like it just came up. And then
I'll try anything once
the
for the most part.
fucking
but,
funny part was
I don't need a
is,
necessary repeat of the adventure.
Dan Jester, he put a poll up because like they couldn't figure it out around the office.
Yeah.
And it was like 130 people, and it was still like 50-50.
Yeah. I
Right?
can see
So
that
I was like, oh,
100%.
congratulations to all the 50% of fucking our friends out there that came out of the closet today. So
You didn't come out of the closet. You're so like
they came out of the closet.
closed-minded about it.
I'm not closed-minded.
Yeah, you are. You're just a hard no. Closed-minded.
That's not
That's
that's
closed-minded.
it is a hard no.
Yeah.
It's not
closed-minded.
closed-minded.
If you're not willing to give something
I've
a
had
chance, it's
2
closed-minded.
colonoscopies, and
You
I'm,
weren't even awake. You have no idea.
dude, I
If
felt
you
the
do for a
dude
third one.
finger my butthole with the gel
I
stuff.
think you just
And
think
no,
you did.
I did.
Because the drugs that
right
he gave
before
me,
I went.
I don't even think I
Oh.
made it. They wanted me to count from 10 down. I don't even think I made it past
Dude,
8.
no, I did. I like that guy was aggressive. He's like
Oh Lord,
cattle
it's all in
cart
your head.
in, out. I'm pretty sure they were just like
Well,
gurneys
go to
lining
where
up.
I went. It was a much better experience, apparently.
I need to go get another one. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, I know. Did PA Brown want you to get one? Is that why you got that letter?
Yes, you
saying
guys
you've
go
been
out and get
recommended?
your colonoscopy checked, your colon checked. Make sure you don't got that cancer. It's a simple thing. Get them polyps cut out. Easy.
If you have them, you may not even have them.
You might not have them. And if you don't have them, if you don't,
If you don't, if you have no problems, 10 years.
I had them.
I know because they run in your family.
I had a couple of them.
Yep. So did your
But that
brother,
was
so
at
did your
like
mom.
fucking 35 years old, and I'm 48.
That's why you got to get it checked again.
God damn it. You know what you also can do is we just recorded Beth's Naughty Reads. We are going to be switching up the time that Beth's Naughty Reads comes out,
Yes.
thanks to MC
Yes.
and his recommendation. Because we were posting originally, I was posting at 11:30, I think it was. Yeah, 11:30. Well, Drinking Bros goes and does their podcast at 11:30, and that's where every one of you guys is hanging out. And then, of course, Joe Rogan,
Yep.
which is all the same eyes that we all have hitting that. So we're gonna drop it, I think, at 9:30. What do you think about that, Cass?
Yeah, that's good.
9:30?
Yeah.
It's
That'll
good,
be 6:30 West Coast, but
but it's early. I mean, but
it'll
it's
be there
there.
for them.
Good for a drive. It's 10. This one was 14 minutes.
13?
13 minutes,
Yeah.
pretty quick.
The last one was 14.
Yeah, so you can go back and watch those as well. So go out and check out Beth's Naughty Reads.
Today's was fun.
Alex said, pegging is not gay, but inviting your Uber
why I was
driver
laughing.
into your house to watch a movie is gay. Oh, is that Jared Taylor? That was definitely Jared Taylor. Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Jared Taylor invited his Uber driver in to watch a movie.
Why?
Well, he might be gay. What are you eating?
Nothing.
What is it? Give us the dimensions.
A little oneer by oneer?
But
Dimensions?
what?
Oh, the
The
ingredients?
yeah.
Same one. THC 5 milligrams, D8 20 milligrams.
But it's the D8 part, right? Because you
It's
got
my
a little.
last one, so we got to go this
She goes, I
weekend.
got a little too chilled out. Is this when to chill you out? Is going to get you bumped up?
Show me out.
Why are you doing those ones?
And I'm not drinking on Wednesdays anymore.
So
Which is all I
wouldn't you
had.
want to have a little energy?
It doesn't chill me out that much. It made me giggle a little, but the first time, I don't know why, the first time I did it, everything was flipping hilarious. You recorded me and I was embarrassed. I turned around because I could not stop laughing.
Right. That's what I'm looking for.
Me too.
I'm looking
But
for you to be full on fucking retard.
beggars can't be
drooling.
choosers. This is the only one I had. So I just went with it. I'm going to have to go this weekend and restock.
Run over tomorrow. My next question is, we need a Beth retiree update. What the fuck have you been doing for the past 4 months?
Man, I'm so busy. 4 months. I've only been retired for a month and a half.
Okay, what have you been doing?
Not
Why
even a
are
month
you
and a half
so
yet.
busy?
Because,
Getting your eyebrows done?
I mean, seriously, I'm working out every day. I'm trying to go to the gym.
So what
Every
happens when
hour.
you get a job?
I
again?
was thinking that today. You know what I said to myself?
I'm not getting a job.
I can't go back to work. I'm building these great workout and eating habits that will be totally destroyed if I have to go back to work.
No, you're just gonna have to figure out
So I'm
life
going to go
again.
work at Kohl's part-time as a sales representative.
You better be the fucking manager of that place.
You were going to say that. But I was like, dude, I'm building all these great habits. Like, this
And
will
you're
be
gonna work till 9,
as long as they don't make me go
Monday
until
through
12.
Friday.
We don't need till 9 o'clock anyways.
We do podcasts.
I'll say Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday.
You're gonna go work on a Sunday.
Probably not. I'm not going to go back to work. Let's not lie.
Really?
No, I'm going to go back to work. When I freak out about money, because I always freak out about money, I'm like, I got to go back to work. And then today I was like, I can't possibly go back to work
Dear me.
for clout.
Asshole.
I already can't suck through a straw.
You know why she can't suck through his straw? Because she's got her lips shot up with fucking
Not shut up. I did a
Shut
lip
up.
flip with my Botox.
with Botox. That's all she does. She just fucking goes and gets drugs injected to her. Gets
Facials,
her
workouts.
fucking hair plucked off of her.
You know,
Her butthole is smooth.
I haven't done my butthole in a while. Probably should.
I thought you did.
I I have it, but I just haven't done it in a while.
No, I thought didn't you just get waxed?
No, I don't wax my butthole. Only crazy people wax their
Oh, I thought,
Netherlands.
didn't you just get waxed?
My eyebrows.
Oh, I
like 2
thought
weeks
you got your
ago.
butthole waxed.
No, that's the most ridiculous statement that's
I
ever come out of
literally
your mouth.
thought, no, you got lasered.
I get it
That's what-
lasered,
you
but
got
I
your
haven't.
butthole lasered.
But I haven't done it in forever.
Wow.
I need to go.
What is
each time.
wrong with you?
You know,
Why aren't you doing these
showing
things?
my butthole and my vagina to a random stranger?
Justice
is
said,
it-
got a colonoscopy at a nude beach. Never do that again. Yeah, that's fair. I understand.
Showing my butthole and my vagina to a complete stranger, not on top of the high list of things to do. Not high on the top of my list of things to do. Wow. That sentence was foobarred the first time I said it. So, but I'll go. I'll go.
Yeah, I think you need to get back on that routine. Just get lasered. We already have that red thing.
That's not
We
for
rubbed that
hair.
on your beehole.
No, that's not for
That
hair.
stopped the hair growth.
No.
What is that thing called? $3,000.
Infrared one?
What if I just got the clippers out?
You're not touching my butthole, period.
I got a really nice
Nope.
pair of
End of story.
fine.
End of story. I have nicked my butthole before, and it does not feel good.
No, not with clippers. It's like you
No.
nicked it with your fucking straight razor.
Because you do have to shave it to get it lasered. And if you ever tried to shave your butthole,
No, I can't even see my butthole.
and that's the reason why it's so
Like,
hard.
I'm not flexible. Speaking of flexible, you went to fucking yoga today. Oh, the life of a fucking retiree.
Listen,
How
it
was
was
yoga?
the first time.
And yoga at what time?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock this morning.
It was the first time I've done yoga in 7 years. I am tighter than a virgin on prom night.
Or on fucking Tijuana.
Well,
Wait a
Tijuana
minute, that's
horns
not true.
aren't tight. But no, it was. I mean, it was. I burned almost 300 calories doing freaking yoga because I was.
Was it hot yoga
sweating.
at least?
No, it was just regular yoga. But I was sweating like it was hot
Were
yoga.
all the other
because my
girls
body
laughing
was
at
like,
you?
No, that'd be rude, and I'd have to be forced to
Like,
kick their
look at this
ass.
bitch over here sweating.
They probably were, but they don't do
And
it
all
out loud.
she's doing is
They
smirking.
snicker. They snicker as they're doing their baby pose, and I'm having to like hold it with a
Towel.
no. They give you these. What did she call them?
Band?
Like a cotton band, so that you can wrap it around your foot. It's got the little buckle on it.
Oh, to pull close.
Yeah. It was. I'm gonna keep going back. So my trainer, Chris, said, I really think with how much your knees and your hips are bothering you, it's because you need to do some
MC, what's up, CBG?
He's like, you need to do some mobility workouts. He was like, yoga. I want you to start, instead of us meeting on Wednesdays, let's meet on Tuesdays, and you do the yoga at 10 on Wednesdays. I was like, okay. Some of it I was like, oh look, I am stronger. Like my balance was way better because my, everything's tightening up. But it was challenging.
You know what you could do?
What?
Start making videos and start putting those on the Instagram.
What?
And gain a fucking following. Maybe you could not have to go back to work.
Me doing what? Yoga?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no.
Midlife crisis. That's what we're going to call it. Beth's midlife crisis is a whole fucking channel.
No.
It's you just going through fucking.
Get my eyelid,
disaster.
my eyes, my lashes done.
Disaster of
Yoga.
life.
I almost said yogurt. Doing yogurt. My
Yeah.
dad used to call it, remember?
It's your terrible life. I'm going to get your eyebrows redone every fucking 2 days.
No, 3 weeks.
Whatever. Get your eyelashes
Every
replaced.
2 weeks.
Get your fucking yoga on.
Every
Get your
Wednesday.
butthole waxed.
Haven't gone that far yet.
Let's get that on video.
No.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Congratulations. I'm proud of you for going back to yoga.
CBG said, OMG, what combo did I walk into? Hey, so CBG.
Stretching out her butthole.
No, I specifically mentioned you on this Beth Snotty Reads. So you'll have to watch it to find out why I specifically mentioned
Comes out
you.
Friday morning, 9:30, 10. Yep. Depends on what I decide to fucking post.
Nico said, what kind of discounts does Beth get on her AARP? I'm going to kick your ass.
Like 15 to 20, just depends on.
I don't even have an AARP card.
You don't need it. You just have to tell them. You're like, hey, bitch.
MC said straps. Yes, straps.
AARP.
No.
You say, I'm 55. And they just give it to you.
And runways, again, with a kind compliment. Beth is a few days away now from getting all the early bird deals at Denny's. And don't forget
No,
IHOPs. And I am not
We've already
Days.
used
I
that.
am. No, we haven't. We
We
haven't
used
been
it at
since
IHOP.
we haven't since I was 55.
Motherfucker, we used it at
Did
IHOP.
we?
Yeah,
Have we
yeah,
been
yeah.
since I turned?
Yeah, we used it at IHOP like 6 months ago.
Well,
We
I've
absolutely
only
did.
been this
And
age
because I
5
made a
months.
joke about it, I was like, my
No, we
wife's
went
55.
right before because I've
Nope.
only been. My
This-
birthday
we-
was 5 months ago.
No. Or it was like a couple months ago. We went to IHOP.
We need
and
to
I
go
was-
again. I've been craving breakfast food,
Mhm.
and not
Mhm.
ones that I have to make.
Yeah, dude.
But he's not wrong. But listen. I will never do early bird because we eat at 9 o'clock.
Well, it depends.
Well,
We eat at 9 o'clock like Monday,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Friday. And then like sometimes on Saturday we're like
We eat
we're
it
fucking
like
starving, eating it at 5.
yeah, and we're like, well, this is
And
dinner.
then we go to bed. Or
Yeah.
we pass
Lay on the couch.
because Friday killed us. We're getting to
Justin
the
said
point of
midlife
Friday killing
yoga.
us.
Huh?
So we're getting to the point of Friday killing us.
Justin said midlife yoga. I mean, that's pretty good actually. May the Swords be with you, MC said. That's funny. I have never seen that whole movie.
I don't know why.
I've seen more of it lately than I have ever, but
I do need to give a quick shout out to this kid.
Okay.
He's a kid from jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Who I've known for about 4 years, and he recently got his blue belt.
oh, nice.
Coach John took this picture right there. Coach John sucks at taking pictures. And got every blur in there, but his name is Elijah.
Oh, cool.
So I will post this for him so he can see I'll clip this out. So
Congratulations.
he's
Elijah.
moving to Nevada or to Las Vegas.
Okay.
He got his blue belt, but he's moving to Nevada.
Okay.
It's a big ass move.
Is he young?
Yeah, he's in his early 20s, 20,
Okay.
21.
Is he moving for work or something?
Yeah. Graduated college.
Got
took
a job.
big leap, and he's moving out to
Nice.
Las Vegas. So
Says
it reminds me a lot of me
Yeah.
when I was like 18, 19, got accepted to go to Arizona State, moving from New Hampshire out across the country. This is his big move.
yeah.
So that's who I was texting last night when we were eating dinner. He's like, where do I get boxes for moving for my laptop? And I was like, Home Depot, bro.
Home Depot, but you can
Right.
also go to stores and they'll give you maybe
Yeah.
not for your laptop, but you
Well,
can
he's
go to
got that
stores.
curved screen.
Yeah,
He's tried.
God, you need to get a special one for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
but free boxes you can get from stores usually.
Yeah, so I've talked to him about it. So that's Elijah. I just want to say, hey, dude, good
job,
luck.
good luck.
Congratulations.
Does Coach John know where he can go train and
Yep.
good?
He's already setting him up with a new place to go train because he is a relatively new blue belt in that past 6 months or so. So congratulations, buddy. I just wanted to throw that out for you.
So Nico said,
So-
I recently bought a fourth of a pig. You guys want me to send you some ground breakfast sausage? Yes, please. I don't know how you're going to get that over here. Dry ice, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
See, Greg does have a black friend. I do. Dude, he's awesome. He's also got to trim his fucking toenails. He's the one. He's the one. And he needs to trim his.
Toenails or fingernails?
He nicked me on my fucking head last night, and I was like, "Bitch, trim your fucking nails." He nicked me with his goddamn toenail. I was like, "Motherfucker,
Ugh.
trim your goddamn toenail." He's like, "Whoa!" I'm like, 21-year-old little motherfucker. And I choked him like 3 times because it was the last time I'm rolling with him.
Yeah, yeah.
So I caught him in that.
Sending him off with
Caught him
love.
a couple chokes.
Dry ice. Yes, thank you, Nico.
Caught him a couple chokes. Caught him in an arm bar. And I did a kind of different type of arm bar with it has like a little.
You mixed it up on him?
Yeah, I fucked with him. I was
Way-
like,
way
don't
to
forget
go.
about those ones and take those to fucking Nevada.
Well, good luck,
Remember
sir.
that. Yeah, he's gonna do great. So again, it's one of those things. I've known him for like 4 years.
Okay.
That's kind of the other thing.
Since he was like 18. Nice.
Yeah, that's the thing. So
17,
it's
18,
really
somewhere around there.
pretty cool. So.
Very cool.
All right, with that, let's jump into some shit.
Let's do it.
Let's watch some videos.
Okay.
Are you ready, Cass? Because
Born ready.
this first video, well, everybody really knows Biden has cancer.
Yes.
We all know that, right? You guys know this. It's been all over the fucking YouTube. It's been all over the internets. And the question comes down to is, oh my God, how could it have happened? Well, I took a clip from The View.
How could it happen without us knowing?
Without us knowing, right? Like the motherfucker's stumbling upstairs. He's tripping over his words. He's doing all these other things, right? So, number one, go out and watch Dr. Drew on Tim Pool's podcast.
Okay.
I saw it this morning when I was driving back to the office. It is a really good, 30-minute segment. And Dr. Drew lays out, these are the signs of somebody that has this, and also the signs of somebody that is on medication for it.
Okay.
Right. So I'm not going to share that. But what I am going to share is The View being Whoopi Goldberg.
The View.
Being
The View being The View.
Yeah. Whoopi Goldberg being all fucking cut off. You ready? Let's go.
It's been a mass trust issue because politicians, media, nobody does what they're supposed to do. Now, I say, for me...
Whoa, where did this
listen,
about come from?
You are the
he's
media,
83.
fucking idiot.
So he's a little stumbly, he's a little rumbly. I can't point to anything that he's done as that he did.
No,
as
that he's running for his next 4 years.
But I'm saying, I want, not you, but I want somebody to tell me, well, when did you know it was bad? If you knew, why did you wait?
Yeah,
So
can I
answer
that,
Can I get in
He
for a
said
second?
that it was after he moderated the debate.
Can I
Yes,
get in?
but that's not, I'm sorry, baby. That's
I
not what
hate
I'm
it when
talking about.
she's
I'm
called
talking
it.
about
I'm sorry,
if you're telling me that hundreds of people
knew.
knew that he was not able to do his job, then where the hell was it?
Who's that girl that was trying to talk?
Just she's supposed to be the right hand
Oh, she's a conservative
of
one.
but it's not the same as it used to be where
Right.
you had somebody else. There's been several right-hander, I'll say, on the right.
I think that job would absolutely suck working
Dude,
with those psychos.
But they're making
Yeah.
millions, right?
I mean, still.
So you have that, and the key is that what Dr. Drew, and I'll give you a couple insights.
Insights?
Insights.
This view?
Dr.
Oh, I like that, Hawk.
Dr. Drew says
Right.
a couple of the side effects of the medicine
Yep.
you get from late stage pancreatic cancer treatment.
Pancreatic?
Pancreatic cancer treatment.
Thought he had prostate.
I'm sorry, prostate
Okay.
cancer treatment. Sorry, it said pancreatic. Prostate. It's this particular type of medicine,
Okay.
and it causes cognitive difficulties, fatigue, to the point where you can't drive, can't speak well, you stumble, and you fall a lot.
Okay.
Everything.
And he knows this, right? Because he's going through it as well.
So let's get into that real quick here,
okay.
because Dr. Drew has prostate cancer. And I didn't know that
Is there another video?
it's one more video. And I didn't know that
Until all this came out.
until I saw it this morning.
Yeah.
I thought he was just talking about it.
Okay.
And Dr. Drew went on Tim Pool's podcast yesterday, I think.
Talk a little bit about former President
This
Biden
is
and
not on Tim
what I've
Pool.
said
This is
publicly
just
about this.
him on his.
Here are some of the facts. that I want to set this up for you in terms of my suitedness to talk about this topic. I have prostate cancer. I've had a prostatectomy radiation, SBRT. 14 years ago was the prostatectomy is probably 12 years ago now. SBRT about 3 or 4 years ago. Doing fine, thank you. But I'm very involved with an organization called the Prostate Cancer Foundation. We fund research on prostate cancer. I listen to scientific lectures on the topic of prostate cancer on a bi-monthly basis. Number 3, I've treated prostate cancer for 40 years. I remember prostate cancer being a sleepy illness that we just would tell people, you'll die of something else, or you're going to die of this thing.
Right.
Nothing we can do about it. Now, thanks to Michael Milken and the Prostate Cancer Foundation, it is a highly treatable condition. And there is a bit of controversy here, so let me try to parse things out. First, Nicole Saphier, who I respect and love immensely, has gone on the record saying that they would not have done a PSA on a man of President Biden's age, which I disagree with in the strongest terms. It's possible that he and his doctors may have elected not to do it. I doubt it. It's routine care. I know there's a little controversy around it. Of course, I'm well versed in that. But a president of the United States is going to get a yearly PSA. That's just what's going to happen.
100%.
Then the fact that they said they found a nodule. We found a nodule. And, oh, lo and behold, there's metastatic disease. No, that did not happen. You don't really even do the digital rectal exam anymore. We follow the PSAs. What is that there, Caleb, you're putting up? I can't quite read these things sometimes.
Oh, it's a post from Matt Walsh that was talking about the topic about Biden suddenly having cancer, which doesn't make sense. That it just seems like the timing is strange because they waited until days before that big book is coming out.
Right. For sure, the time, but I'm telling you, clinically, it does not work like this. It just doesn't show up like that all of a sudden. It's usually, it can present about 2% of the time, maybe even 4% of the time, it can present it in a more advanced state. But usually it's an aggressive tumor that kind of gets away from you over the course of a year or 2 years or 5 or 7 years. Hard to predict. He has a grade 9 of a Gleason scale. I had a grade.
All right. So a Gleason scale is like, it goes from 1 to 10.
Okay.
What Dr. Drew said on Tim Pool's show is he's got a 6, which he's going to live with for the rest of his life. Dr. Drew.
Okay.
Which means he's got a normal life for the rest of his life.
Right.
He's got to go through treatments and take care of it, right? A 9 is you're going to die.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
His metastasized into his bones. This means it's been there
Oh, wow.
for years. He's 83. If he got diagnosed at 78, 77, it's a big fucking lie. So we all got lied to. Like, he's not that good. My big point of this is going back to colon cancer, doing colonoscopies.
Get checked.
Get checked. Get these things checked out. And what fucking Dr. Drew said back in the day with prostate cancer is they used to fucking remove your testicles.
Interesting.
Because the testicles send signals to grow the prostate. Yeah, they used to cut dudes' balls off.
My brother, a couple months ago, I think.
Think about that bullshit. Getting your nuts cut off. He's got some little slow growth.
Okay, Whoopi, can you let me? My brother.
Whoopi?
Yeah, because you cut me off like
Sorry.
Whoopi cuts everybody off.
Oh, Whoopi.
Whoopi.
I'm gonna get a fucking wig. I have that wig.
Anyways, so my brother.
I can't go blackface though.
Honey.
Okay.
My brother actually went for his annual exam, and there was a concern that he possibly had prostate cancer, so he had to get some additional testing.
Like a couple months ago.
But the doctor told him, if you have it, it's a 1 out of 4 chance, but if you have it, it's so early, it's totally treatable.
Yeah,
and you'll be fine.
Easy. Yeah,
because you should be getting checked often, right? And so it came back negative, thank goodness, right? But that'll for sure make
the time you hear the big C word. But if, like with this one, Dr. Drew said if you can get cancer, this is the fucking cancer you want.
Okay.
Literally, that's what he said. He goes, "This is the cancer you want."
It's that easy to treat and maintain.
It's not something. Yeah, it's
not a death sentence.
And they can do it, but with blood tests. Like they don't have to go in and do the digital. That's what he did. The digital thing. Just do a blood test.
Yeah, they check to see if your white
sure
blood
your
cells.
Fucking shit's in order. So go get your shit checked out.
Get the front and
Joe
the back.
Biden and the whole goddamn regime, on the other hand, have been fucking with us for a long time.
Yeah, well,
that's a different story for a different podcast.
It's hard to believe that people are surprised that this was kept a secret.
Oh my god!
They didn't. They weren't sharing or honest about anything the whole time.
What's up? Squawk squawk. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing
what are you
good.
Doing? Siri, stop trying to take over the world.
Dilemmas, you're a client of the Prostate Cancer Society. Yeah, no, that's fucking dude. What can you apply to that early? Like I'm not just a what was the old Rogaine? I'm not just an investor. I'm a
user or something.
Or
yeah, client. Yeah.
God damn Rogaine. That would be awesome for prostate cancers. Like any sort of cancer one. That way, maybe you can get a discount, like 10% discount code.
Stupid. Don't make fun of cancer. It sucks.
No, I understand, but if I'll probably have cancer at some point. I probably will. And I mean, I might as well.
MC said pancreatic cancer can pop up in your Dunskies, not prostate. No, absolutely.
Pancreatic that's the one that's the bad.
Pancreatic is bad because there's no treatment for it either. So
well, can't you just take a pancreas out? And then you just live on fucking.
Then why do so many people die of pancreatic cancer if it's that simple? Maybe it depends on when they get found out.
I don't know.
I think because.
And I'm not trying to make fun of cancer, of course. We've had lots of cancers in their families and stuff like that. Yeah.
We have?
Yeah. My dad's had fucking My dad got fucking Agent Oranged. I'm surprised that motherfucker's still alive.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got more shit cut out of him.
But white people get
Melanoma?
I was on melatonin. No, that's to make you sleep. Melanoma a lot. My sister-in-law, dude.
Melanins was shit that makes you get tan.
Yeah, so my sister-in-law has had she has to be very careful when she's out because she's so freaking white. She's blue. So she's very susceptible to.
She lives in South Texas.
Yeah.
She lives in Brown. She
But
lived in
that's why I don't know
Brownsville.
if you've ever noticed what she lived in Laredo, but
whatever.
she wears a cotton long sleeve shirt a lot when we go out.
I understand. It's one of those things. Yeah, it's wear some sunblock, but just get checked, man. A lot of the shit is just simple checks.
Simple, yeah.
Like
Regular, yeah.
It's regular checks. Like I've been putting off this colonoscopy. I'm like,
Yep.
You just went through one for your first time last year.
And November, December timeframe. Yeah.
So it's my turn for my third turd.
Third one. And I don't have to get another one for.
But I'm like, why can't I just shit in a box? I'm like, no.
You can, but with your polyps, I wouldn't.
Yep. God damn it. All right, let's move on from
Dick in a box.
From Joe Biden's prostate. Well, was it really that big of a surprise that he was stumbling?
Everybody knew something was wrong. They just didn't know what.
You know what happened over the past couple days?
No.
Do you remember Cheers, the show?
Yes.
Cheers.
Never really watched it.
Everybody knows your name.
You're full of songs.
Sometimes
Sometimes you wanna go.
Everybody knows your name. Yeah, that. But yeah, such an amazing show.
I never watched it.
Well, Norm passed away. Norm.
How old was he?
He was. Give me a second. I just shut everything down on my phone, like a normal retard. So Norm was 76.
Oh, he was young.
I mean, he's not Joe Biden's age, but
he's young.
Fucking dude loved bears and he loved his fucking go out if you can. I can't play it on the podcast. There is a scene between him and what the fuck was his name? What's the bar? Sam. Where he's like, if I die, I just want to have my bar stool in heaven. And if God is sitting on my bar stool, he better get off of it. Right. And it was just like this perfect, the bar is open analogy. Like, because it's like about hanging out with all of your friends and having Cliff Clavin and Sam and, the bartender and Woody
Harrelson,
all of those guys being there. So George went and
Shelley
Long.
No, was it Shelley?
Shelley Long.
I thought Shelley Long was a brunette.
Nope, she was the blonde one.
And then Christy.
We're gonna go through all of these.
Christy.
We'll go through them all here in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. So actor George Wendt, an actor and comedian who is beloved for his performance as Norm Peterson on a long-running comedy series Cheers, has died. His family. He was 76 years old. George was a doting family man, a well-loved friend and confidant to all the lucky, all those lucky enough to have known him. He will forever be missed, dude. So this guy, he was on fucking, he was in a ton of shit.
Yep.
But he always, after Cheers, he always had small roles, like very small.
Yeah.
Roles. So what this made me start thinking of, so R.I.P. to George Wendt.
Oh.
What?
Slob said, that exact Cheers bar has his corner stool reserved empty with a full mug. It's like half masking.
It's in Boston.
Yeah.
Yep. It's in is it in Faneuil Market? I think it's in Faneuil Market.
Downstairs.
Yep.
Yeah, we've never been.
Well, we went there.
To Boston? Yes.
Yeah, we went through there, but it's such a travel touristy spot that when I lived there and when I brought you, it wasn't really one of those things that I was gonna bring you back to.
Okay.
But we can do it again. All right. So how old were they when?
Okay.
This is kind of one of the keys. Ted Danson. Said
he went on to do Broadway.
Yeah. Ted Danson. Sam Malone. He was 35 years old.
Oh my gosh, so young.
Shelley Long, Diane Chambers.
Yes.
Is what you were trying to think of. 34 years old. George Wendt was 34 in this picture.
Okay.
Turn that back off. He was 34, 35-ish.
He looks
in this
older
picture.
than that.
But the key is all of them looked old.
Yeah.
Dudes like that long ago and women looked older for some reason.
We don't have the
We didn't have the
technology.
skincare. We didn't have those little red lights that you put on your
Technology
fucking foreheads, right?
of beauty care.
Babe Newworth, I don't know who that is necessarily. Vicky, 27.
Was he the postman?
No, postman.
Yeah, there was a postman.
I don't remember.
I think that was the show.
Woody Harrelson, who went by Woody Boyd.
Okay.
He was 24 when he was on that.
He had hair.
That was his first
hair.
start. Well, he kind of did. Coach, remember Coach, the old guy at the very beginning?
Yes.
He was 61 and he died shortly thereafter of a heart attack. His name was Nicholas Colastanto.
Okay.
Cliff Clavin.
Okay.
Clavin.
Maybe Cliff was the mailman.
John Ratzenberger was 39. And Rhea Perlman. Is that the one you were thinking of?
Nope. Christy.
Carla. She was the grumpy little.
Yes, she worked there, but
brunette girl.
at the time she was Danny DeVito's.
Oh,
wife.
and then who you're thinking of? I've got them. I've got them all. Do you know how many people were on that? Tom Bergeron, Tom Skerritt, John Rattensberger. I already said that. What the fuck? There were so many people on that show that you would recognize at this point. Let me see if I can get another list real quick. What's his name? Kramer. Not Kramer.
Not Kramer.
What the fuck is his one?
Costanza?
The one that went and became the shit.
I just want you to tell me Christy who?
Christy Brinkley.
No, not Christy
I know,
Brinkley.
I'm trying. I'm working on it, honey. Right, hang on a second. IMDb. Sorry. IMDb. My phone is doing a bunch of wild shit. IMDb. So one of them was it's Christy. God damn it.
And I had it like on the tip of my tongue until you said Hinckley.
I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley. Yep.
Thank you, Hawk.
Kelsey Grammer. Kirstie Alley.
Well, and he was Kramer. I mean, he was Frasier. That's where he got his spinoff, I think.
Yep.
For the show.
That's exactly where it came from. He
Frasier.
was the psychologist.
Yeah.
He was always in there trying to psychologize people. Yeah, 100%.
Psychologize.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that. So yeah, I mean but if you go and look at that IMDb list of all the folks that were on that, it is very much like the Friends.
Right.
The series of Friends. Where now all of the friends are in their mid-50s.
Yeah, mid to late.
Mid
Some
to
of them
late
are like
50s.
close to 60.
David Schwimmer's probably like 50
I think he's
something.
I think he's in his 60s.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, how old is David Schwimmer from Friends?
Say.
He was born in 66.
So that's 58. I'm 48.
66?
I was born in 76.
Oh,
so
I see what
he's
you're saying. Okay.
50. So right, dude.
Yeah. And
so
I think he's the oldest, I think.
I don't know.
Remember Lisa Kudrow.
It's my balls over here.
Nice, honey. Nice.
Right. But you go about that way and you go, holy shit. So that's a generation. I watched them when I was fucking. How old were you did you watch Cheers or your parents?
I know I've seen.
Cheers.
My dad might have, because I remember seeing but it could have also been reruns on TV when I was in college.
Nah, your parents everybody watched shit live back then. But you know what? That was such.
It wasn't live. It was filmed.
Everybody was like filmed in front of a
live TV,
live TV
live
studio.
live audience, live TV audience or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't live.
We should do that. Let's do that.
Kirstie. Whatever. Kirstie's dead?
No. No. Is she?
Kirstie Alley?
Is Kirstie Alley alive? Yeah. Nope. That's Kirstie Maldonado. I don't know who the fuck that is. Kind of hot, but whatever. God damn it.
Hey, Siri. Is Kirstie Alley from Cheers still alive?
You're saying it wrong, honey.
Date of birth. Okay. 1992. I don't think that's the right person.
Because you're saying Christy.
How about, is Kirstie Alley from Cheers still alive?
Yeah.
You said yeah.
1951. Oh no, she's dead.
Dead.
Oh shit, she did die. She died December
I vaguely remember
5th,
something.
2022, age 71. Oh, womp womp. Well, womp womp. Well, you love you. R.I.P. We didn't know. I'm sorry to the family and friends of Kirstie Alley, but she had that remember she had that little gravelly voice. Remember Kirstie
Gravelly?
Alley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bluest eyes.
Yeah, she was hot as shit. God damn it.
Hawk said, I think Captain Kirk tagged
They always take the great ones.
Kirstie Alley. That's why she's dead. William Shatner in his younger days wasn't too bad.
No, of course.
His older days, no.
Do you know how many fucking actors and actresses came off fucking Star Trek back in the day?
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley, but I'm
I
even
hate when people name their kids difficult names from a common name, because she probably just got called Christy her whole life.
But she was separated and known for being Kirsty.
Well, whatever.
She did all right. It's all good. All right. We've got a trip booked out.
Just since she died of COVID?
Eh.
Oh, who knows? Okay, go ahead. Yes, we got a trip planned.
We got a trip planned out to North Kakalaki.
Yes.
So if you guys are going to be, any one of you guys are going to be out in North Carolina, we're going to be in two places. We're going to be in Wilmington.
Stop slamming.
And then we're going to be out in Raleigh-Durham area.
Yeah.
So we're going to hang out with
Andrea
and Brian. Have a little party out there. That's a separate little party. But if you're out in the Wilmington area, we will hook up with you and hang out. I'm not going to hook up with you. You get what I'm saying.
We'll meet up with you. Let's put it that way.
Do that. And then we're going to drive up to the Raleigh-Durham area.
Yep.
And hang out there for like 4 or 5 days, 6 days, something like that. And hang out with the Tansey family, which we have not.
Have you heard from him?
Oh, yeah. I've talked to him. He's going to be around. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, what are you doing?
You never filled me in.
And he goes, no, I'm doing whatever the fuck you're doing. And I was like, well, I'm doing whatever the fuck you're doing. So we're probably just going to sit there and spin in a circle.
So basically.
So do a bunch of podcasts, go to skate parks, hang out, record a bunch of shit.
You're not skateboarding. Just let's put that
I got to buy a new
right
skateboard.
No, you don't.
I'll put a helmet on.
You're not skateboarding.
I'll get some wrist guards.
The last thing I need is to have to travel home with a cast on.
Nah, it's not that big of a deal.
Or mentally retarded.
My bones are pretty good at this point.
You're fucking old, bro. You don't know it yet, but
it's not that big deal. So anyway, that's coming in June, middle of June. So we'll be.
Alex said, "I'm basically the norm in almost every brewery around me." Haha, that's awesome.
That's why we actually have the Bar is Open podcast, because it's Beth and I, is we're both the norms. You're kind of the
Can
Shelly.
you take the blue thing off?
Are you kind of the Shelly?
No.
Where you're kind of the annoying one?
No, she was not. She was
absolutely
she was pretentious.
The pretentious
Remember,
annoying
she was
one.
rich, but
That's
she like
the same thing. You were literally the same thing.
Are you calling me annoying?
Well, sometimes. If we were on a set, Beth would be you. You would be Beth. You would be
I think
Shelly.
you get it backwards. I'm pretty sure you'd be the bitch.
No, it's
And
not.
I'd be,
it's not the
and
bitch.
I'd be Norm.
I'd just be sitting there doing this.
No, you wouldn't. You don't know how to keep your mouth shut. You have to fill this empty space with nonsense stories.
Yeah. Nonsense stories. What
Did you hear my
nonsense
stomach?
stories? What nonsense? Name a nonsense story that I would tell. Tell a nonsense story that I would tell.
There's so many.
What? Name
talk
one.
about the time you saw a ghost.
Yeah.
Talk about the time you busted your ass skateboarding. Talk about the time.
Which one was that?
The one you broke the headphones. They broke off in your ears.
Okay, I haven't remembered that fucking story in about 20 years. So, okay, what other ones?
How do you not remember that story?
I remember that story, but I
Oh.
was knocked out, obviously. So what other stories?
There's so many.
Just keep telling me.
We get to hear about your childhood stories all the time.
Which one's your
There's
favorite?
so many. I don't have a favorite.
You just love them all.
Yes.
Nice.
That's exactly it.
Okay, good.
Anyways, North Carolina.
If we're going to go to North Carolina, so I'm going to tell all of those stories, and Beth's going to tell some stories on Fox News. Of course, we're going to do a podcast with Eric Tansey, set up a couple things there. So, and we're going to hang out. So Coming
Cheers.
soon, we'll be doing that. Plus, I'll bring a kit. We'll report live from North
Somewhere.
Kakalaki. Somewhere. We don't even know where. We're just going out there. We got hopefully somebody to come watch the dogs.
Oh yeah, we got Angela. We just need to give her
Yeah,
the
we got to
dates.
figure that out. So do that. Go out if you guys want to, and you're in the North Carolina area.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe we can connect.
What's the earliest memory you recall?
breaking my arm?
Do you remember how old you were?
4.
You remember breaking your arm? Which
Yeah.
arm was it?
My right one.
What'd you do?
So I could do the monkey bars.
And I know we've talked about
Yep.
some of this before.
I could do the monkey bars.
But there's some
The bigger
favorite
kids could
things.
skip a bar, so I was trying to do that, and I didn't make it, obviously.
Oh, where you go like 1
1,
to 3
Yeah.
to 5
Yeah.
when you're skipping every other one.
Yep.
And you just couldn't reach.
And
And how did
finally
you
couldn't reach,
fall
and then my
off?
hand slipped, and I fell and
Oh, you tried to catch
Yeah.
yourself.
broke my arm.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Cast.
My
Sucked
first
so bad.
memory, I was thinking about it again today, and I think like that one's burned into your brain because I think
Bye,
you said that.
CBD. Good
Ah.
dinner.
I think you've said that a couple of times. Quite honestly,
Yeah.
You're like, that's the first one. I brought something like this up in the past. Mine
Chris
changes.
is on. Hi, Beardsworth. I just was watching your video
I
yesterday.
think she was watching you flex, bro. Slow down. There, Flexi mix flex lots. She's like, did you see? It was dinner last night. You
Yeah, I
bring
was
up,
like, did you see
have you
Chris's
seen
video?
Chris lately? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, he's just flexing everywhere.
Mhm. It's working hard.
What was that look?
What?
You got something going on I don't know about?
Yeah, very long distance.
With his,
We
his
talked,
little
yeah.
flexy
With his
body.
little flexy.
God damn it, he wears those short shorts. That's
He
why.
wears running shorts.
Yeah, those short shorts that he's wearing.
No, I saw you threw
Fuck
your
you.
Nike basketball shorts away. They died, huh?
Yeah, they literally died. I was like, wah, wah. All right, there's a trippy theory about the age you suddenly gain consciousness.
Okay.
So it changes for everybody. Remember, like my first memory, like I don't have like a lot of early memories. I had a lot of shit go on when I was a little kid. So I think that blocked off a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But one of the first ones that popped into my mind today was when I went home, I was in elementary school.
Elementary school.
And I told my mom I was in a box. The teacher put me in a box. And I remember very specifically, I remember a yellow box around my table. And I
Mhm.
remember my mom like screaming at a teacher.
So it's so funny. I think so many kids do that because I told my mom, my sweetest Mrs. Roper kindergarten teacher, put me in a closet. And she was like, no.
So my mom comes home, right? And then shortly thereafter, I remember having a memory of, it could be before or after, of jumping off the top of the jungle gym and biting a hole through my tongue.
Oh, Lord.
Like I landed and I smacked my knee.
Did you have to get stitches?
No, because it was like a perfect, I had one of those retard teeth. It was kind of stuck out, you know what I mean? Like, and it just went straight through my fucking tongue.
Ugh.
Anyway, but it was a box. It was like a dunce cap
Okay.
for like, do not talk to that kid in my class
Oh,
because I was the talker.
you got in trouble. And
Oh,
the
yeah,
yellow
yeah,
box
yeah.
is because you got in trouble. And
Yeah.
she went to go yell at the teacher, but it was because you were a bad kid that
Oh,
you
yeah,
got put in the
yeah, yeah.
box.
So literally, like, just imagine like putting a box, like not like putting a kid in a
Box
box.
said, I'm not sure I'm conscious now.
Just put a like box around, and it
Yeah.
was yellow.
Okay.
And I remember telling my mom, she put me in the box, right? That was like my old memory. So this is
Slav said he still remembers a lot about Russia. He left when he was 5 or 6.
what we're gonna get into. So it kind of comes down to the
Do I need a
similar,
headset?
similar idea. And this is an interesting thing, and I just kind of bumped into, right? Is why do we develop and when do we develop our first memory?
Okay.
So
Too. Why one day when you're a child do you just suddenly gain consciousness like, I'm alive? This is actually insane, but extremely trippy, so stick with me. So of course, you don't just miraculously gain consciousness at around the age of 4 or 5, that's not how it happens. But for the first couple of years when you're born, you don't have any memories or anything going on really, you're just kind of living on autopilot. As your memories and feelings and emotions start to come together, you get a grip on reality and think, what's going on here? You start to evolve over time, and that's why you can normally remember things from an older age, but not really before. Where it gets crazy though is when time and age comes into play with it. So I said this is confusing, stick with me. Because 40% of your life happens before you are 5 years old. So your life really does get faster as you age, like this is 100% true. In fact, by the time you're 21, you've already had 60 to 70% of your life. Like the rest of it is going to feel shorter than since you were a baby. That's because your mind is processing much more memories and feeling and emotion now, instead of being on that kind of autopilot mode where everything feels slow. Like a year to us now probably feels how long the summer holidays felt when you were like 10 years old. Absolutely crazy, but it is true.
Who is this guy and why should I believe
Just
him?
random. But it's not that.
First of all, he's not old enough to be a doctor.
He's not a
so
doctor.
I don't know if I
His
believe
name was
him.
just Matt.
He didn't.
But the idea is
anything.
idea is from 0 to 20 years old or 24 years old,
How
whatever.
could you have lived 40% of your life by 5?
It's new experiences, right? So you're gonna hear.
So you're saying as I get older, I have less new experiences. So
yeah, that's the logic of time compressing, right?
Yeah.
So between 0 and 5, you're gonna hear almost, depending on where you live, right?
Yeah.
Like if you lived in some place that was super multicultural, it might last longer. But here, what I mean by that is like lots of languages kind of coming at you and doing different things like that.
Yeah.
But in the United States, you're gonna hear English and you're gonna hear
Spanish.
the vast majority, like say, well, depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Let's say New England, Hampton. You're gonna hear almost only.
There's a lot of illegals there now.
Nope. But back, literally, you're gonna have
when you were growing up.
mostly English.
Yes.
Not even then. Not even now.
Okay.
It's gonna be all English. You're gonna hear 95% of the words you're gonna hear are gonna happen within those 5 years, 6 years.
Okay.
Because it's surrounded by who speaks to you.
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of that, you're gonna go through.
Why do you know this? Did you read an article?
Yeah, I've read a bunch of articles.
Okay.
You're gonna go through all of like a shit ton of experiences, right? Of walking, riding your bike, skateboarding, and bowling, and think of every single thing you can possibly walking through the woods for the first time,
Liking
seeing
a boy.
snow, seeing a sunset, not at 5 years old, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I was like kid boys at
maybe,
5 years old.
Like
It's
meeting your
different,
friend,
but yeah.
meeting a new friend, losing a dog, all of these different things, right? And then on top of that, you're going to so then that's within 5 years, right? That's a huge jump. And then by year 2024, why do you think they say your brain doesn't solidify until it's like really form until you're 24?
You know what? And I think that's way too early because there are a lot of dumb kids still at 30.
No, they're not kids anymore. They're adults.
They are when you manage them.
No, you're thinking back. Don't have flashbacks.
No, I'm saying they're kids when you have to
so they still have
them.
2 or 3% malleable thing. Once you get to my age, dude, that shit's hard as fuck. I'm like, now
what's hard?
Like that's why you can't teach old dogs new tricks.
I learn new tricks all the time.
What?
How to do something technically?
No, I agree. It's still possible, but you have to choose it. It's not like a younger person where
I
you
don't go
just
into excited and wide-eyed and
yeah, exactly.
Depends on some stuff I do, but not.
So what do you guys think? I think it's kind of a cool scenario. So this is what the article says. So here's this insanely trippy theory, which explains why people suddenly appear to gain consciousness around the age of 5. Cast your mind back as far as you can go. That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us for that is a bunch of short and relatively hazy recollections from around our first years of school.
Yep.
So mine's literally being in the box, right?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Excluding bullshit, excluding claims from that one professional bullshitter.
Would you?
I don't need it right now.
They're around your
Who
neck,
says
by the way.
they can remember when they were a newborn? Nobody can actually do that. So, but how does one develop the human consciousness actually work, and why does it actually feel like our brains suddenly switch on between the ages of 4 and 5?
Are you rereading everything you just told us?
Kind of. Topic was recently discussed in TikTok videos shared by that dude. And it really comes down to the science of when cognition starts.
Okay.
Because your brain can only digest so much at once,
right?
till it builds this kind of like core, and then you can actually think, because everything else is built off like you're just base
model
version, right? Of how your brain
your
just
version
like,
1
eat, sleep,
poop
shit. And
And
then you can giggle, you can do all those things. But your parents remember you giggling, but you don't remember your first giggle.
I'm sure they remember it because it was so endearing to them.
Right. Your parents remember it.
They don't really remember it.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Every parent remembers their kid's first step and their first giggle. Guarantee.
Okay.
Guarantee.
Mhm.
It's just part of life.
How do you remember somebody's first giggle separate from their fifth giggle? They all run the same.
No, I guarantee like
Maybe.
you used to.
I'm not a
you
mother,
guys remember, like you
so
parents out there, do you remember? It's one of those things, like your first giggle or your first dada, your first mama, right? You're gonna remember those things. I'm just saying it's an interesting kind of
it is interesting.
theory. So
It is.
all right. A fun one to think about, to ponder.
To challenge your brain for
to
new
challenge
experiences.
Your brain. You need to get some like uppers.
Yeah. It just literally kicked in a minute ago. I'm just mellow and starving. But I was starving before I took a gummy. Okay, so feel good?
Feel goods.
I-
I'm just judging you right now.
I don't care.
Like my wife's been making poor life decisions for the past 2
Listen,
weeks.
I'm married to you. I don't
Poor life
your
decisions.
judgment
How do you make?
your judgment goes in one ear and out the other.
I'm just gonna start spiking your water with vodka.
Oh God, that'll taste
Vodka.
horrible. Vodka. I would like
Vodka.
a vodka.
All right, let's do some feel goods. All right, this one is yours, and you've got to tell the story without crying.
I know.
So,
And
a pup's last meal is the way I named this one.
and it is. So
This
hold on, let
one
me call it up. It's in the text.
It's a
One's
beautiful
very
story.
sweet. Very sweet. A little
So I actually
I read it once. I'm hoping that maybe the teary part is already over. So Texas Roadhouse cooks dog's last meal. Owners blown away by the restaurant's care. So, there's a story of a guy in Pennsylvania that had to make the difficult decision to put down his dog, but they did a send off from him, and and what they couldn't believe what he received from a local Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse is awesome. If you don't like Texas Roadhouse, then get fucked. Honestly.
So, months ago, Hunter
Later on,
Metzger discovered that his 120-pound, 8-year-old Great Dane Iris had cancer. None of the treatments worked, and it was decided that the dog would be euthanized. Following the great poet's words, however, Messinger was determined to not let his beloved pooch go into the night gently. The day before the end, family and friends arrived for a party in her honor to feed Iris treats and shower her with affection. For dinner, Metzger got the idea to order a fat, juicy steak from Texas Roadhouse,
Hell
which
yeah.
I absolutely love that idea. We do something similar. He ordered an 8-ounce McDonald's or
crazy-
chocolate. The
yeah.
vets gave him chocolate donuts. He ordered an 8-ounce New York strip, of course, with no seasoning, steak fries and mashed potatoes with butter, typing out in the special instructions, last meal for our dog. Please prepare with love.
This is the puppy right here. He's up on screen.
Yes. So,
She,
yeah, Iris. So there's a quote to my to-go team actually saw the message, Kate Weston said, who is the kitchen manager of the Roadhouse. And I was like, oh my gosh, we need to make sure that this is the best meal we've ever made. When Metzger came to retrieve it, the whole staff came out. This is where I start to get teary up. Came out to offer condolences, blowing him away. The receipt apologized for his loss, signed by members on the to-go team and kitchen staff, and the container had words that said "made with love" written in red marker on top of it.
right here.
Metzger went on to say that this blew him away. She was just put down later that night, and the next morning I happened to check his email, and they had also refunded him the meal. I think it's so sweet. See, I did way better.
It is.
I'm glad I read it all the way through once
So
because
here's to Iris, right?
Iris, yep.
For every dog out there, if you guys, everybody, like tons of us have puppies and shit like that. and
Yeah.
It sucks.
We've all gone through it, and then we say we're not going to do it anymore, and then 6 months later to a year, we have another dog.
Or you rescue one off the side of a
Oh my
road.
gosh, I wanted to murder that dog this
Or
morning.
and he wakes you up at 6:30 in the morning.
Today was
Some
7.
fucking dumbass shit like that. And you're
yeah.
like,
But
but-
so that is Iris.
but what'll happen? He's like, he's gonna get better. So he's gonna be a better dog at some point. There's Iris, and Iris is probably a shit show because she's giant,
Well, yeah, exactly.
younger, as a puppy,
Oh yeah.
laying on everybody like in the 7 o'clock in the morning.
Trying
You're
to
like,
lay on your
motherfucker,
pillow
just
between our
let me
heads.
go to sleep.
Do you see my little red mark from where he clawed me today? I was like, I'm literally going to murder you. Yeah.
So, you know what? Sweet dreams, Iris.
Iris.
You know, it sucks.
We'll see you at the Rainbow Bridge.
Yep. All right. I've got a video, and it's a listening video. So this one for me, so this one was a little interesting. So this I happened to see the other day, and this was an interesting way of trying to save somebody from fucking drowning. Right? This happened.
I saw this. I
in
mean, I didn't read it, but I saw it.
Yeah, this happened in Florida, right? And let me pull up the article real quick. I'm going to give you a little background.
Is this the guy with seizures?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this gentleman, seizures bar him from swimming, so he saves drowning girl with his drone.
Yeah.
Check this out. It's fucking crazy.
Thanks to a man with a drone. I was shaking pretty bad. It was nerve-wracking. I about cried.
Andrew Smith says he was fishing on Pensacola Beach when he saw a swimmer struggling in a rip current about 100 yards offshore.
I was sitting there, and this girl came running asking if anybody could swim, and I said, no, I absolutely cannot swim. And I looked down at the drone, and I was like, well, the drone can swim, I can't.
That's when Smith grabbed his drone, which he uses to cast bait. He tied a flotation device to the drone, hoping to fly it out to the teenage girl, but he missed on the first try.
And I flew it out, and it was a terrible miss. I released it too early. It was really windy.
By now, the girl had been battling the rip current for 5 long minutes. Then someone gave Smith a second flotation device.
I lowered it until you could see her hands grab it. And then I lowered it a little more and I released it, and then she climbed on it and started like floating. If it wasn't for that second drop, she wouldn't have made it. The EMS said she wouldn't have made it, the cops and the lifeguards.
The girl was able to use the flotation device until first responders arrived. The use of that drone to make a life-saving rescue is now prompting other public safety officials to look into using drones as...
Watch this little fucking retard. Oh, fuck, I clipped it. God damn it.
What?
There was this little fucking retard looking dude. He goes, we're thinking about it.
That's pretty ingenious.
Smart move,
yeah.
dude. Yeah. Smart move.
That's cool. Good on him.
Oh, I wish I had that.
All right.
God damn it. No, this guy was like...
Doesn't matter.
I'll post a picture of him later.
That's a good feel.
It's worth the picture.
I like that.
I'll put it in.
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
We watched, and by we, I mean me.
Yeah. Oh, I watched part of it.
You watched 5
minutes. It was
minutes.
a great movie from what
Novocaine. Yeah, Novocaine.
Novocaine, the movie, and it was on Paramount.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
The premise is, guys, is this guy has he's got a genetic disorder that does not allow him to have feeling.
His last name's Kane.
So it was?
Yeah.
In the movie or in...
His last name's Kane and his first name's Nathan. Nathan Kane, I think. Something like that.
I don't know. I don't remember. But it was good. It was fun. A lot of action. Greg fell asleep. Not unusual.
But it was a Sunday afternoon. God damn it. But it was good.
You have to watch it.
Novocaine. It was fun.
It was fun.
And then I finished Black Mirror.
Oh, you watched the whole season?
Yeah, I finished the whole season. I wouldn't say it got better or worse. It was just good. First one was super anxiety. A couple of them in there were a little like, meh, not good. But I don't know what it is with Netflix and having to throw gay people into fucking everything.
Yeah.
The last episode was definitely my favorite, and I would say you should just go watch the last episode.
I think I'd like it.
Because it's very sci-fi, Star Trek-y,
cool. Yeah.
kind of cool. So a lot of different things.
So it was recommended to me today that I need to watch How I Met Your Mother from like start to finish.
Oh shit! Oh, you're gonna hate the fucking ending.
No, that's fine. I'm not gonna get there for a while.
Oh no!
Don't ruin it. All right, just shush. So I might start watching
How
that.
I Met Your Mother would be. You'd like that.
That's what she goes. You like Friends. You probably like How I Met Your Mother.
It was a great show until.
Stop with your downness. Down with the sickness.
You know,
stop talking about it.
You put 10 years of your life into something, and then your writers are like, nope, we're just going to kill every one of you off. And fucking everyone's going to die in a fucking tsunami. What?
Done. I know that's ridiculous. Anyways.
We're out of here. All right. We'll catch you guys on Friday. Thanks for hanging out. There wasn't a lot of crazy stories tonight. There just wasn't. I've got another story about some dudes trying to try on jeans, and I thought that was a gay story, but I figured the Drinking Bros already did all of that, so we aren't going to touch that one. Okay. Anyway, go out, like, subscribe. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify.
And Slob and I were right. You don't fight against the
you
riptide.
swim
You swim sideways.
She was a little kid.
How old do you think she was?
She was like 14.
Oh,
she just
she's
didn't.
not a kid. She should know not to fight.
No, nobody know. Like, kids don't know to do that.
NPH.
I agree.
Yes, NPH.
Neil Patrick. Dude, there are so many clips on the internet of his character.
Yeah.
From that fucking show.
I'm gonna watch it.
And he's straight in the show.
Yeah, that's what she goes. He's the ladies' man. He's kind of the playa.
Dude, start watching.
Okay.
You'll watch it forever. You're gonna lose. You're gonna forget to read.
No, I'm not, because I'm only gonna watch an episode a day.
All right, you guys. We'll catch you. It's gonna take you 10 fucking years.
I'm tired.
No, you gotta find a fucking job. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Welcome to the bar.